You know, I could keep on just you and me, and I would say, let's get a glass of wine and some cheese and keep talking just quickly. But we're going to now invite the party.
Yes, if anyone is there to join.
Oh my God, they were crawling. So we have four incredible performers, creators, people who want to be in this business. And the first one we have is Mr. Davaughn Morgan. You might have seen him when you came to visit Performing Arts Studio West. There's Davaughn.
Yes. Hello.
Hey.
Hey, Davaughn. And then, of course, you know the next one, Mr. Matthew Seldon, who actually were just wonderful enough to invite him over with Austin Vance to your home and do some training. Hello, Matthew. Hello.
Oh, hello there.
I love how you both have the same background. Now you both, I mean, isn't that your work? Matthew? Is that your work behind you?
Yes.
Yeah. So and you have created.
Davaughn. I guess like me and Davaughn got like the same virtual background.
Right. And you drew it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good.
Oh, I love it. I love it. We also have two more coming in. We have the one beautiful and talented Aniece Bullock. What an actress she is, and a dancer. And
yes, she is.
Hello.
Oh, hello there.
Hello.
Out and about in a park.
Oh my God, I want to join. Oh, it's great. And then we also have the talented Lucas Salusky, and there he is. Hello.
There he is.
Hello, Lucas.
Oh, hello, Lucas.
He's muted.
Wait.
There you go.
Hey, everyone, this is the wonderful Andreas.
Hello.
Hey.
I know you all have some questions, so we can go around. We'll start with the bomb. What I might do is put a little mute right underneath. I think the wind is. There it is. Sound effects. You gave us sound effects. I love it.
Okay.
But we'll be back. We'll be back. So Davaughn, a question for Andreas?
Well, Andreas, my name is Davaughn Morgan, and this is like my first time meeting you.
Okay.
Yeah. My question for you is, since I'm finally meeting you for the first time, what has like really inspired you to do animation?
Yeah, I mean, for me, it probably was the classic Disney movies. And by classic, I mean way back classic, you know, not Cinderella and Bambi, that kind of stuff. I don't know, they were always a kind of a getaway for me when I was a kid, and that, you know, it was a fantasy world, and I think to create something like that leaves a memory for someone that seemed very something to aspire to. And you know, I think I wanted to act, but I didn't want to be in front of the camera because I'm a pretty shy person usually.
I was like that once.
I can't even do karaoke because just having people look at me is just not for me.
But although you were a dancer though, right?
I did dance, yeah. But that was kind of different. I don't know. I didn't have that same, you know, I was with a partner and I knew my thing, and that I could do, but acting, or with animation, I can do acting, but I don't have to be seen. And I can be anything, you know, like, hey, at the moment I'm 2 bunnies and a basketball player. So
right.
it's not bad.
You're doing a sequel, right?
I am working on a sequel for a few weeks. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Very nice. Matthew.
Yeah, so going. So I have a question. So, how long do you often work as an animator for?
Who I work for most? Is that what you're asking? Who do I work for most?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, over the years, probably the most I worked was for Disney. Since I've been here, I worked 12 years, sort of almost straight for Disney, and then on several projects, commercials, some specials. And last time I was back was for Mary Poppins Returns. So I think I did the most for them, but I've worked for pretty much all the major studios by now: Universal, Warner Brothers, DreamWorks, Sony briefly. So yeah, the good thing is once you're established in the business and you're doing what I do, hand-drawn animation, it's a fairly small world.
Mm-hmm.
So it's always the same names that come up. And
not many people do hand-drawn
animation. Not anymore, even though a lot of students want to learn it again, which is, you know, because I think that there is now a certain fatigue with CGI. Mm-hmm. People are getting a bit sick of it. I know I am. But also it's such a huge pool now of CGI artists.
Yeah.
You know, when I entered the business, it was a very small pool of people who could draw well enough to do animation, you know, because you have to have a solid understanding of drawing. But with computer animation, it's different. I mean, there's still a lot of artists in there who know how to draw, mm-hmm. but there are also a lot of people who really couldn't draw their way out of the paper bag, mm-hmm. But they know the software really well, you know, and that's a problem for me, you know, like the movie I'm on now, you know, they use a different software package than what I'm used to, and you know, I'm not getting any younger. Learning a new software, it gets harder for me, you know. It takes longer for me to understand it.
Hi, I'm Lucas Salusky, and I've got a question. How many animations did you produce?
Oh, oof. Well, as part of a bigger, you know, company, quite a lot. I mean, I've been doing it now for 30 years, so I guess there's quite a bit now. But I only did one short film all by myself that David talked about earlier. And that was enough for me for now, because it's so much work.
Oh my gosh. And then that little other one too.
And the little other one, which I still love.
I love that one too. Fucking trash. Fucking trash.
Even though we recorded it, just, I mean, you can hear the fridge in the background, and
we were with Aniece. We were outside. Well, we weren't outside, but we had that refrigerator. How about you, Aniece? I'm going to ask you to unmute.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry about the wind. I'm actually with my dance crew, so that's what.
I love it.
Sorry.
That's okay.
What's crazy that I'm a huge Disney fan.
I can
Me too.
And I have on Disney. I'm a really crazy Disney fan, and I also do drawings too. But I always be nervous because I know my dad always asks me, "You should get involved with the Disney animation," and I'm scared. I was like, no, because that's Disney, and I don't want to mess it up. And I love the classical Disney films like Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty, like more like those classical, because they're really beautiful, they're really wonderful. And the question I have for you is, when you started doing the animation for Disney, was you ever scared?
Oh, all the time. I swear I was panicked for quite a while, because when I came over, I had some experience, but not a huge amount. And the talent around me was crazy. I mean, you know, they were the best in the business, and I was constantly scared. And to be honest, I still get scared. You know, starting a new job, and I still get nervous. I mean, the one good thing is now after 3 decades, I know I can work my way through the fear,
Right.
and I have enough experience that I think, okay, you know, I have a bad drawing day or something, but I just keep going because I know at the end of the day I have something useful
Yeah.
that I can build on. You know.
Now you said working your way through the fear. I mean, I know that I have fear right before I get on stage, or even for these interviews, right before I have to take a breath, and then I just jump into it. How do you get through your fear?
Drinking.
Drinking. What's your drink of choice?
No, but it is. I mean, like I said, when I was younger, I was really panicked. I mean, you know, a lot of sleepless nights where it was going round around my head how I would do that. Now I wish I could go back to those movies, with what I know now. You know, because when I worked then, you know, you do your drawings, you test it, and you think, oh, that doesn't work at all. Now I have the experience to go, you know, there's something there. If I just eliminate that drawing and hold that one a bit longer, and, you know, I already start with something solid. But you need experience for that, to be able to see that, you know, and that helps me now. Like I said, you know, I just started a new job, and I was nervous, and for the first 2 days I just scribbled, and I thought they don't even look like the characters, but
Right.
but I, you know, eventually I got to a point where I thought, yep, I can present it now. So
yeah. It is just taking keep on going, keep on walking, or
it is
flowing through it, and then, oh yeah, it's here.
I think it is. And I think, you know, that from what I hear from other people, it is the same whether you're an animator, or I guess whether you're an actor or a dancer or any kind of performer. There's always that fear, you know.
Right.
And
Yeah.
I listen to a lot of interviews with actors, and it's surprising. People, you think, well, you know, they're so established, they know what they're doing, and even they have that same fear, you know. There's always this thing in everyone's head, thinking, am I good enough? You know, can I still do this stuff?
I think it feeds the work.
I think it does too, as long as it doesn't overtake. When the fear overtakes and you know, it's just panic, then you waste a lot of time and you're not getting anywhere.
Right.
I mean, I think it's probably good to keep having that fear.
Yeah.
You know, so you don't get too complacent.
Yeah.
Well,
I have to say, I mean, all four of these amazing students and performers and actors and singers. I mean, Aniece, you said you were like afraid you were gonna ruin something, and I was going, what? I was shocked at that, because I know what a good actress you are, and a dancer, and your voice. I hear your voice now and I go, wow. You know, you would not ruin anything. You would add so much life to it. So,
but you know, it is because there's so much talent everywhere. You know, so many good people, and what the one thing I learned over the years, which might be, you know, a good lesson to anyone, is talent alone certainly doesn't do it. I've seen very talented people that didn't have the work ethic. And I always find, like, showing up when you say you will is a big thing.
Right.
You know, just being reliable, you know, being able to deliver. And usually our field is some kind of collaboration. You know, at some point we work with other talent, and just to be kind, I think, and to be respectful of other people. It sounds like stupid things, you know, that have nothing to do with the craft, but I think it's just as important to me as the pure, you know, craft side of it.
One thing, I was looking through your huge resume, and I was going through all the different titles that you had. And I mean, for those in animation, which everyone here, you know, is doing some kind of animation, whether it's voice or drawings, but you were an animator, a character designer, a character layout, animation supervisor, like on Tarzan 2, The Legend Begins. You were a key animator in Piglet's Big Movie, and then you were also a lead animator in another one. What is the difference between those?
Well, yeah, that depends on the production. I mean, you know, sometimes you have a supervisor above you, you know, who may be in charge of the entire sequence you're working on or something. And you know, sometimes you are that person. I mean, that.
Do you prefer one over the other?
No, I mean, the nice thing, to be honest, to work on that short film was that my opinion was the last instance.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean, you know, someone else couldn't have improved it. But since my entire career, I have to take notes from other people, and you know, the director has something to say, the supervisor has something to say, sometimes the producer. So they all have opinions, and they all supersede yours. And it was nice to have a project where I only had to listen to my own instinct.
Yeah.
And when I thought the scene is finished, it was finished. I didn't have to, you know, listen to someone else saying, but I would do it this way.
Right.
And that was really nice. Have you seen my sizzle reel?
Oh, I did.
It's just a thing. Wait, can I share my screen?
Of course. Let me advance multiple partners. There we go. How's that?
Let me see if that works. Yeah, I just show this. Can you see it now? No.
Not yet.
Can you see it now?
Yes.
Okay, let me turn the sound on. Is the sound on?
Well, I suppose we have time for a story or two.
Yay! Don't forget my favorite part.
I wouldn't dream of it, dear. Once upon a time.
If your heart is in You know what, Pumbaa? I think I'll just sit quietly and enjoy the view.